Hello.
Buenos dias. Hello.
Welcome to the
Cosmic Ocean.
My name is Nayeli,
I'm Fatima.
and you can follow me at the Nay_area on all platforms.
And you can follow me on Hija del Maíz on TikTok and Instagram.
Yes, on all. No, Hija del Maíz with an E. You
Hija
forgot.
del Maíz with an E.
Last week, we talked about healing the mother, and I wanted to say we didn't really use inclusive language, and we had made it a point to use inclusive language like when we talk about in other podcasts like pregnant people, right? So I wanted to go and just almost I wanted to add inclusive language now, inclusive rhetoric now, because I don't want to leave anybody out. So we talk about healing the mother. Let's change it to healing the parent. Yes, but also we want to heal the pregnant, the person who was pregnant. We want to heal the person who goes through postpartum, because the way that your hormones take a hit after you have this child, when you are with child, and all the things in between, all the things after. So I just wanted to change the rhetoric, change the language. And
What
since
did we say?
pregnant moms, and I named it Heal the Mother.
Oh.
And I don't want to, make people feel unincluded.
Well, I'm okay with healing the mother. And I think don't exclude yourself, people.
Okay. All right.
But that was very, yes, I get it.
Okay.
But don't exclude yourself. We are just here to, if you have questions, you ask us.
True.
And if you're worried that you don't consider yourself a mother, then ask us.
Then talk to us.
Yeah.
You're right. Don't be in that space. I mean, that's something that we had learned.
It's like me with that issue with the pop.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find I'm trying to find it, but
look, I guess at the end of the day, it's like we want to provide these services, these our thoughts that we can help you, and just don't exclude yourself, just include yourself.
Yeah, and let us know. Yeah.
Yes.
But then that's the other thing too, like I'm also aware of the people who sometimes feel like they don't have that voice, and I want to tell them, like, don't even worry about it. I see you.
Perfect. Yeah.
I feel you.
I guess that's a really good point right there. It's like, don't worry about it. It's not. We are not purposely doing to exclude you.
That's another part.
It is just
not malicious.
Our experiences and my experience. Nayeli is talking about it from her experience, and my experience is completely different from Nayeli's, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a 43-year-old woman with 4 children, and Nayeli is a very young woman with 1 child. So it's like completely different, but then also very inclusive, because with hers and mine, it was just
that's another thing. So the idea of identity and attachment, and the way that really keeps us trapped in the matrix, it keeps us trapped in the humanity. It doesn't allow us to dive deep into the idea that we are divinity, that we are everything and nothing, has been very prominent.
Yes.
But before I go down that path, I think that, it's always been in the forefront of my mind, being inclusive, especially, coming out and having that whole experience. But then when I got married to a man, and then I had a baby with said man, and then I posted about it, a lot of people unfollowed me because because the way that I was showing up in my platform was as a lesbian woman, right? So I thought that was crazy. I had noticed it, and valid.
Oh my God, I saw that people that you had lost some following, but I thought it was like bots.
No, it was a lot. It was like 20 or something, which may not be a lot, but for me that was a lot. I was like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it was after I made that post, like showing that I was married and whatever. And then we posted about the classes, I think, or around that same time, and somebody asked me,
is it safe for an
is
LGBT?
it a safe space now that you're, I look straight or whatever. And I took a step back, and
I did not correlate that question, because I was like, why are they asking that? Of course it's a safe space.
Yeah, well, because I had posted that I was with a man and had a baby. You know what I mean?
God.
And I really took a step back, and I was like, well, how can I, communicate that.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about making a whole post, but I didn't. I just, answered her, and I was like, of course it's a safe space. It will always be a safe space, because that part of my identity isn't gone just because I'm with a man. But at the same time, what even is identity? Like, I am in, and this is what I answered her, like, we are in the space of love. And she was asking too, or this person was asking because they were afraid. I know, she's so cute. She's in the conversation. Yes. She's like, I remember I was there, girl. I was there.
So my child's on the side over here, and she is so chatty.
She's so happy, actually, looking at all the little.
Anyway, continue that.
So she was. This person was asking specifically because they were like, "Well, I've had experience, or I've seen people who are part of the LGBTQ, and then they get married with a man, or are straight now, and they talk and they." Their spiritual journey, whatever, they talk about how they finally have found God, or they're finally awake, or they're finally right now. And I'm like, oh, we're not there. Absolutely not. Like,
oh my God, apenas me cayó el 20. O sea, I get it. I didn't understand why they were asking that.
Yeah, well, it's because of
post. So just because you are straight now,
well, I have
in a
husband.
Heterosexual relationship.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you reject that other part of you.
Yeah, and it also doesn't mean that I have now I'm walking around talking about how that's bad, because absolutely not.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
So it's I got it when you just said about how all the people who used to be like super like tarot readers, and then they go and they become super Christian, and then they're burning their tarot cards.
Yeah.
Right. I've seen that so much, and I feel, and especially now what's going on with this administration, people are starting to do that more, and you're gonna see that more.
Yeah.
And so you're gonna see how on social media it's gonna become very conservative, very all anti everything we do. Right. Oh, and that lady that I follow, she's a Trumpy, so I was like, oh. The one that I really like, the cleaning lady that I really like. So I was like,
was her name Katie?
Kylie or Katie.
It
or
is
something.
Kylie?
Yeah, I sent it. I'll look.
Well, let's not go.
Yeah, but I'm not. I was like, I'm in a place of love. So I love her cleaning. And as long as she doesn't say anything bad, I will not judge her.
Right. And then that's the other. Bad. That's the other part, though, because.
Wait. Going back to my comment.
Okay, go.
Hold on. So when I saw them, so then when I see that they switch from, or for example, this is one of them that really shook me, was this really prominent woman was an Ifa, was a santera, had her altars, had her everything. She switched and became Christian, and then she was burning her freaking like Oshun and her and throwing all her altars, and I was like, oh. So it's like, I feel like for us, and especially in the space that we're moving from one thing to another, one spirituality to another form.
One path to another path.
But that doesn't mean I'm closing this path, I'm dropping this path, I'm burning. No, because thanks to that path is
I've evolved.
Yes.
And I've expanded. I havenent closed off.
Yeah, and I will never, even like my hardcore religious parents, I will never... Yes, sometimes I will always judge the establishment, the church, but not the spirituality, the religion of it, you know? Mm-hmm. So it's like...
But we also want to get you to a place where you're not judging it, where you're just like, that's how it is.
Right. But I will say that I will talk shit about, like...
But we want to get you to a place...
No, I know.
We want to get you to a place where you are not talking shit
but I mean,
about
I'm not going to go and like... I'm not going to... I will not talk shit about that, because... Thanks to that upbringing, thanks to that faith, I am who I am now.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
And there are a lot of people who are in those spaces who pour love.
Yes.
Who are very wise, who give healing.
I think I would bash the church before big time.
Let's not bash. Oh, okay.
I know. Back
okay.
Day. But now I'm very comfortable, and now I can go into church and I go to mass.
Yeah.
And I will take the blessings.
Right.
And I'm judging the people way less. Some people still...
We're still human, and we're still on our path, and we're trying our best.
I am very grateful for that, because that is the beginning and the start of me.
Good
one. And I was like,
clipped.
Send a galaxy.
Send the galaxy. Okay. And then?
But I think that came up somewhere too. That I was like, don't. That once you move on to the next, it's like you can't bash where you came from. You can't.
Well, I think that came up because also in the last podcast we talked about how I have to make peace with parting ways with Ifa, because it's time for me to choose a path. Because I mean, just go watch the other podcast. Like, go watch the other podcast.
Yeah.
So yes, I think that's where it came up because you were telling me. I just felt really sad about it. I'm really, really sad about it. I think I feel a little better. Oh my God. Okay, so I was driving on my way to class yesterday. Yesterday we had a ceremony with Natalie, with the Mayan, and it was amazing. I really love it. Like, ceremony at 12 a.m. Like, I feel like such a
little baddie.
Yeah, it feels so cool. Like, I love it.
Okay. I can't use that word. The kids told me not to say it.
You're such a baddie. No, you can say you can be who you are.
I was gonna be like, ooh, such a fine shite.
Oh, yeah, such a fine shite.
Don't get mad, Sophie.
And then I think you're using it in the same I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh my God, I feel so old. I'm almost 30, you guys. I'm almost 30. Not that 30 is old.
You're older
than
me. That's not my. That is not my reality, girl.
You're right. No. I feel
not my reality.
You're right.
Anyway, little baddie.
Okay. Anyways, like, I really like it. I feel so called to
girl.
it.
Hi,
Hello, girl. How are you? Nice to see you. Okay.
Hello.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, I really
Little
like
baddie
it.
driving to class, middle of the night.
Yeah, and I felt very. Also, that just shows me like how much I love this path. Like, I'm excited to go, even if I'm exhausted and I didn't want to. Like, I'm excited to go. Anyways, so
I'm having severe separation anxiety.
At least you said it. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, spirit guides. Thank you, ascended masters. Thank you, cosmic elders. Thank you.
Are you done?
Because fuck, I was like, how? What are we doing here?
I haven't been able to leave the baby,
which is fine, so fine.
But I think there's one next week or in 2 weeks. I think it's in 2 weeks.
I don't know, honey.
I think it's in a week and a half.
I don't know.
That I am planning on going, and I will talk
because she hasn't been going to classes. She hasn't been going to ceremonies.
I'm going to classes.
She doesn't even give me the baby for her to shower. So she doesn't shower. She has. You actually started leaving me the baby.
Yeah, I'm starting.
When she's still in the house. Which is fine.
I went to the airport and I left her with you.
Oh, you did? Yeah. That was actually good. That was good. Yeah. But then she called me. She's like, the baby's crying. And my husband's like, yep, she's up there. She's up there with your baby, honey. Don't worry.
So I opened the camera and I saw her crying and kicking her little legs. And I was like, where's Nayeli? Where's Nayeli?
Hauling ass. I had just been in the room, too. Anyways. So she wasn't, she was like, oh, I can't because Romy. Like, she was blaming her baby. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry again. Yeah, she was blaming her baby. And when I would take the baby, she's chill, you guys. Yes, I had separation anxiety, too.
Mostly when the kids were at school. Thank you, Marisol. Aww. See, it's real. It is real. Nayeli's giving me so much shit.
I'm sorry.
So much shite.
I Sophie, go get your mom. She's so shy. So shy.
Well, so I don't get banned on YouTube.
Oh, I cuss, so I don't know. I guess I'll find out. I understand. I had it a little bit.
I've been having severe separation anxiety, so I haven't left her. I've been doing classes via Zoom, but I am, and then I was trying to go one day and it didn't work out. But for this ceremony, I will go. So
good.
I'm gonna work it
but
out.
I think that it's really beautiful that you finally put a name to it and you stopped blaming your poor baby girl who's like, girl, just, I need a break from you, honey.
She was like,
literally, she's like, girl, you stink, go shower. Just kidding.
I do shower for the record. I do shower. Oh, you're so rude.
I'm kidding, honey. Okay,
rude.
Hold on. So how did you get to that?
Keep talking. How did I get to what?
How did you finally pinpoint it?
Because you're constantly telling me I have separation anxiety?
I don't tell you explicitly you have. Do I? I just say you're the problem.
Yeah.
But I don't
and then I hear Dora in the background singing, it's you.
It's me. I'm the problem. It's me, or something like that.
Yeah.
No, but yesterday was. I think it was yesterday or today on the phone was the first time you said it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, get it, girl.
No, I know I do. It's just, I think I've been thinking about it more since I'm going back to work. And so I was like, there's no way I would have been able to leave her and go back to work. You know, like no way. Like I'm officially gonna be off maternity leave, but I'm gonna be able to work from home. And if I go into the office, I'm taking the child with me. So I think I've just been thinking, I'm like, damn, there's no way I would have been able to leave her and go to work.
When? Like in general?
In another reality, like if I would have had to leave her, there's no way.
But you are gonna leave her sometimes.
Well, yeah, but not like. Okay, so I'm just going back and remembering when I was young, like one of my this relative, when she had her baby, she went back to work, I think like a month after one of your tias. And I was like, your tias by marriage. And I was like, oh my God, I could never do that. That poor lady.
I couldn't either.
And then she was working like in a warehouse and going in at 5 a.m. I was like, oh, I can't. I was like, damn. One of your dad's uncle's wives.
Oh.
When the youngest was born. And I was just like, dang. I was just remembering that. And I was like, there's no way.
That's crazy.
There's no way I could.
But like, how did you realize you had separation anxiety?
I don't know.
Okay, you just woke up today and said, oh, it's separation anxiety.
Girl, you have been telling me I have separation anxiety forever.
I've been telling you you're the problem.
Okay, finally, I just admitted it to myself.
Okay, because you knew.
Yes.
My poor baby girl.
She's fine.
She is fine.
Leave her alone.
But you blame her.
I never did. What is that?
I was in class.
Notification?
Where? The bar?
Yeah, what is that?
There are people who join who have more than 1,000 followers, so I can go live with them.
Oh, that's crazy.
So when they go onto the live, it says that it shows me that they have more, so I can invite them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were driving to class. I was driving to class. And I was just like thinking to myself, I was smoking a cigar on my way to class since I hadn't at all. And I was chill. I was like living my best life.
Just a little disclaimer, cigars for us in the path that we walk in is medicine.
Yes, it's medicine. Although I didn't open space or anything because I kind of felt like I didn't want to
tea time.
Yeah, okay. I didn't want to I just kind of felt like it was not the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, and I just was thinking about going to Egypt, how I was pregnant in Egypt, and how it was really, really difficult for me. I was, first of all, in my divine feminine pregnant. What the hell does that mean? I had never been connected to my divine feminine in my whole life. Like, I was always connected to my masculine energy or my shadow feminine, or what is it called?
Your Lilith.
Your dark feminine.
Yeah. Your
the manipulative part. The scheming part.
We can't say the Mayan stuff, huh? About it? Like we can't?
No.
Okay.
No. And so it was all brand new to me. I was in new energy. I was creating life.
By herself.
By myself, creating life very out of my body.
And being pregnant, for y'all who have been pregnant, you know that's like the most vulnerable state that you can be in. And if you don't know, now we are telling you so you know.
Yeah, you need to know. You need to know so that you can support the people who are pregnant around you.
Open doors, help with suitcases. I remember when I went
to Egypt. Or just food. What do you need? What kind of food do you want?
I remember when I went to Egypt, one of the women that went with us was pregnant. She was 26
months, I think
weeks
you told me.
Pregnant.
Damn.
26 weeks. And she said that when she was in Germany, she was dealing with her own suitcase because nobody was helping her. That she stopped in the top, like in the middle of the suitcase or like at top of the staircase. And like, she's like, shit, how am I going to do this? And nobody helped her. And she ended up having to do it by herself. Yeah.
How far along? Oh, in
26
Germany? The
in
layover?
Germany. Yeah. Because then you have to run from one. Yeah.
So that was another thing. I changed my flight. So I had no, I changed my layover flight. I had no help. Sorry, no, I had no time. I had to run from one airport to the other.
She was losing her mind.
I was ready to come home. I was like, get me fucking home immediately. So I changed my flight. I had no, layover time. I had to run haul ass. And I was telling the Delta employees, the Delta
Airline?
What are they called? Stewards. I don't know what the hell they're called.
The stewardess?
Yeah, I don't know what they're called though.
The flight attendant?
Flight attendants. And I was like, look, I can you guys put me in the front of the plane just the last 10 minutes because I need to haul ass, like, please. It was open, okay, because they had the first class, they had the first class doors, then they had the not first class but better than the basic
premium.
Yeah. All of that was basically open. And I was like, I just need 10 minutes. I won't even fucking sit. Like, I just need 10 minutes. And they kept telling me no. And I was telling them the moment I got onto the flight, first I gave my seat to somebody else because they were sitting and they were partners or whatever. So I was like, fine, just fucking take it.
And did you have to move back or forward?
I was like, it didn't matter. We were like right next to each other, but I was in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Or like, they were like 2 rows behind me.
Okay.
And I just kept telling them, like, throughout the trip, it was like a fucking 10-hour trip. They were like, okay, we'll get back to you. They never did. They never found me. So I kept going back to them. And they were like, I already told you that I can't. Like, they were being so mean to me. And I was like, I'm pregnant. I had a scare in Egypt. Like, I was freaking out. It was more emotional than anything. And so I literally can't run, though. Like, they did tell me I couldn't run. I couldn't do shit like that. I had to, like, rest. And they didn't give a fuck. So, they didn't give a fuck. It was the most...
In their defense.
It pissed me off.
In their defense. This is little 3-year-old Nayeli throwing a tantrum. So
what's the difference?
Girl, imagine how many yous they have to deal with. You times 100. So like everybody is in a hurry. Everybody needs to get this. It's like they have a hard job dealing with people, with travelers. People that want to get home. People, it's hard.
And they couldn't accommodate me at all.
Maybe they could have, but probably 10 other people were asking the same thing, or 20 other people. When I landed,
was pregnant,
but you couldn't tell. I think if you would have been like 7 months pregnant, they would have been like, hell
that's
yeah.
That's discrimination, I think.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I obviously not have gotten over it. I have been gotten over it. It pisses me off.
Lady,
I will never fly on Delta again in my life.
Look at it through a lens of love.
I can't. I can't because it was the hardest trip of my life.
Yeah.
And I needed help. And when I asked and that was like the biggest thing for me. Like, I don't ask for help.
She doesn't.
And I asked for help and they spit in my fucking face. They were so mean to me. They were like, we already told you no. I told this other lady because the guy was fucking ignoring me and told me no and was like, oh, I'll come back to you. Never did. So I asked this other lady in front of him and he was like, I already told you no. I already blah, blah, blah. Like, he was being so rude to me. And I literally started crying. I was like, I need help, whatever. And they just didn't give a fuck. I think they thought I was lying.
So did you make it?
I did.
And you got home?
Barely.
You made it safe?
Yeah.
So then why are you still holding on to that? Like, for real?
It makes me mad. It makes me mad.
I know, but even though you got mad and threw a fit, did you get what you wanted?
Yeah, but it was really hard. I feel like it could have been easier.
But you made it hard.
Why? Because I changed my
flight?
By
getting so mad. Because you still made it.
Yeah, but then I had to run.
So this is where you have to remember when you say you walk with the hand of God, you walk with that divinity that no matter what happens, you're going to make it.
Yeah, I did make it.
And haven't I told you can stop time?
I can.
So then what was the problem? Whose problem was it?
Mine.
Yeah.
I'm just so angry at them, though.
But it's not.
I'm literally so mad at them. Like, okay, why didn't they help me?
You need to let it go.
I don't want to let it go. Oh my God.
Let it go. Let it go.
So, 2 podcasts ago, we talked about how... Do you want to get her?
No, wait for just a second.
Okay. 2 podcasts ago, we talked about... Or maybe it was the last one. I don't remember. That our mind is what makes it hard. Yeah. And it really is my mind.
And it's crazy how you're reliving it.
And I get so pissed. Mad. I get so pissed because it's like, how could you do that to someone? Yeah, but you're taking... Okay. So my mind just doesn't want to let it go. It's like my ego, my pride. When you're like, okay, let it go, my mind is like, no. But really, like if my mind just says yes, like it's gone, it's done. Like I don't have to hold on to it ever again. And
I think it's so crazy how you're just so mad about it and you get all heated.
I get so
But
heated.
At the end of the day, oh my God, I think the big lesson here is we walk with the hand of God.
And that's what I had learned. We walk with the hand of God.
We are divinely guided.
What is it called? Journey. It was really a test for me, and I still haven't let it go.
You're still failing, girl. Fail. So it's like, I know that I will be there when I have to be there. I know that everything that's happening is it's fine. Like why? Because I am God. I walk with the hand of God. Everything is divinely guided.
You're
So
right.
you made it.
I did.
You got here
Yeah.
with no issues.
Yeah.
Little baby Noah's how
It's because
old?
you know how I am. Like
Yeah.
I have that justice part of me so
Yeah.
deeply ingrained in my being. Like this is right, this is wrong. That's why it was really difficult for me to release the idea of like black and white thinking because I'm like, well, no, there is no gray. There is good and there's bad. But the whole justice part is also very ingrained in me. And it's not excuses, it's understanding who I am. You know what I mean? I need to know who I am. And I need to understand right now I'm getting stuck in, well, it's not fair. That was an injustice. I would never do that. Okay, great. And you didn't. So let's just let it go.
It's because I'm glad this came up because I think it's like you have been saying a lot since you're not pregnant anymore. People are being mean to you,
Yeah.
rude to you. But then by you, when you say that every time, like that's what Alan was talking about last night. You call that in.
Oh, you're right. I also was thinking about that.
That's why I was sending you the laughing emojis during class.
Oh, I didn't get it. But
Yeah.
no, I was thinking about that. Yeah, heavy how I'm like, oh shit, I am really creating that reality.
I do want to talk about that. How you create that reality. So by you being
So
stuck
real.
on, oh my God, they were mean to me. Oh my God, they don't like me. Oh my
Real.
God.
No, that's
What do you
real.
keep doing? You keep
I'm
creating that.
reality.
You.
Yeah.
So
But
no-
then, and then too, first of all, this is our whole shadow work class. Like we talk about it, and we're still human. We still have our moments,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah. And that's
But-
why we're here because we call each other out on
Oh,
our.
But one of the things too that we talked about in class is the whole idea that we're addicted to it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's so true. I'm like just addicted to that narrative or addicted to the anger. And I think that is being very, that's shown, that's very apparent when you're like, just let it go. And I'm like, I don't want to though.
And it's the whole. We're addicted to that chaos of.
Say thank you, Rami.
Thank you, Evelyn.
She said thank you, Rami. I mean, she said thank you, Evelyn. I'm sorry. Anyways, and then
So I've been telling this my oldest child that I didn't want to make her name public, and that's all she fucking says is her name.
I'm sorry. Okay, continue. What were you gonna say?
Oh my gosh, Evelyn, you saw her when she was little.
She was just a little cosmic seed.
Yes.
Before we go on to the whole we create your reality, I was talking to you about how I was driving to class, right? Was trying to pull a Kylie. Yes. I see you though. I see you. And I know, me too. And then, but I'm not good at that. I'm very transparent. Like a Kylie where she just like didn't show her baby or didn't show her pregnancy or didn't give the name and stuff.
Well, I don't want to show. I didn't want to show her. I haven't posted her anywhere.
Ma, on the TikTok. Hello, girl. Hello.
I'm trying to find the spot where.
Right here.
Okay. Evelyn said.
Or just move it towards me. The TikTok.
Sacred rage can be healing. Yes.
Sacred what?
Sacred rage can be healing.
Oh, yes. But you have to let it go. Yeah. We talked about that. Yeah. And I did not want to let it go. Yeah. I did not want to let it go. Why? Because we were addicted to that anger.
It's like me finally admitting that, yes, that I'm the one who doesn't want to leave this gorda.
Yeah.
Yes,
So in class, you realized it.
No.
You've known. But because of class, you admitted it?
No, because I think I admitted to myself a couple days ago.
Oh, so this is the first I'm hearing of it.
I think it's just I think, you know what it was?
What?
It was when, I'm going to have to repeat it. That you were telling me that
Oh,
you had to go
fuck.
to work.
Hold
and I
on.
was like,
Nah, girl. Nah, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Hold on, people.
So when you were telling me that I should have gone into a staff meeting and I was like, no, I don't want to go. And then you're like, you should go. And I was like, I didn't even want to go do it virtually because I didn't want to leave the baby. So yeah, I think that's when
And then things happened that she realized, oh, she did have to be there.
Yeah, I should have been.
And I looked at her in her face and I was like, this is the last time. This is the last time you ignore your spiritual advisor or I'm going to have to fine you. And I'm going to put it out there.
Girl.
She's just so camera ready. If you guys want a spiritual advisor, I'm sending you my information. Because I'm hella good, huh?
Okay. Yeah. So let's go back. It's so funny. So Nayeli talks to me, but then there's a shift when it's like her, when it's the ancestors, right? When it's her spiritual advisor self. Yes, I get to the point where I don't want to work because that's my last baby, and I feel guilty because I was there. So yes, okay, we're gonna come back to that comment.
That's real. That's real.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that comment. Okay, so then she was telling me. She always tells me, and then I like. It's not that I blow her off. I just don't want to do it.
She blows me off.
I'm like,
okay.
And so this has been happening. This has been our trend for the last like probably month, huh? The last month.
It started again.
It started again.
Yeah.
Because it's my separation. I was gonna be like, it's the baby. It's my separation anxiety. Okay. So anyway, so then there's confirmation that what Nayeli said was right.
Multiple times.
And then she looks at me and gives me this look of death. Like, I told you. And then she goes on and on, like, I'm never going to tell you again. Don't even ask.
I didn't do that, did I?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
and
in my
so,
head.
Yeah. So now I'm like, fine. I just have to. And it's not that I don't want to listen to her. I just feel like I wasn't ready. And I am very of the mind. And you know this.
Yeah.
I don't ask until I am ready to hear it. And I haven't been.
You hadn't asked me.
I hadn't asked you.
Yeah.
Because I knew and I wasn't ready to hear it.
Yeah. But then it also gets to the point where I can't
not
tell you.
I get that. Like, yeah, no. I get it.
I'll put the ancestors off for a while, and then they're like, if you don't fucking say it right now.
No. And it came from you. And then remember I got a message too, and they were telling me that I need to level the fuck up. And I'm like,
so then
you had already been telling me. So I know. And it's like, and it's just hard sometimes with Nayeli. No, it's because it's both ways. I don't ask on the other end either, and they just come at me.
Yeah, they really do. Because I guess we're also talking. They get to the point where you already know when it's just time for you to make the decision.
I already know. Yeah.
And then the more that you are told this, the easier the decision will be because they've been telling you and telling you and telling you. So what is it? Plan con maña.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Plan con maña. So anyway.
So hold on. I do want to get this story out of the way. Or do you want to answer Marisol's?
No, go ahead. Wait. So so if you need a spiritual advisor, Nayeli's available.
Yeah,
we were just laughing I was laughing because I saw like all these. It was like a president or something like talking to his psychic. I'm like, see, Nayeli, that's gonna be you.
And I was like, hell yeah! Like I would love that. I would live for that.
No, and I do that. I don't do it as much, but like even the other day I was having a moment. I was like, Nayeli, talk me off my ledge.
Oh yeah, and they really did. They came in clutch. Like all I would do was like, okay, and Nayeli goes somewhere else, and then they're like, exactly.
They're like,
exactly.
Okay.
Because Noah goes like this.
So Noah's so funny. Little Noah, he's 7 months. He was scratching. He was fighting with Sophia, and he was going like this to her,
scratching her little finger with his
so funny.
finger.
But his little face was the menace.
He was like, "What the hell?" He's very
facially
expressive.
Very expressive, yeah.
Yeah, she just taking the little things off her toes. She's so funny.
Okay.
So I was driving, and I was thinking about how Egypt was really complicated. Egypt
the
was
baddie
a lot
driving.
For me. I was not in my body. And at the same time, I was very much like being forced into my body because of the pain that I was going through. Like it was just constant cramping. And that's another thing. Like people say they didn't go through that pain or they're like, it wasn't normal. For me, it was like my whole pregnancy was just constant cramping. And it was just the most spiritually, it almost felt like I was manic.
For us on the outside, it looked
crazy.
Like,
what the hell's going on? But it was also like I was here, and in a split second, I wasn't, and I had no control of when that was happening. You know what I mean? Anyways, and I was just like thinking about it, and I was putting words to it. Finally, you know what I mean? And I was like finally reliving it, but feeling it, and I'm trying to understand my experience. And then I was like, I don't know at what moment I saw a bat.
Oh. Yeah, it's your shadows.
Yeah, like it's finally out.
Dang.
Like we finally processed that. But then I don't know why the fuck this other bitch came up. Like this other thing came up where I'm like, fuck Delta.
Hallelujah.
Maybe I'll just have to ride Delta. You know, I guess whatever.
But like
If I see those,
it's okay. It's okay. You know how I get on my rants. Like right now, I'm one with Chick-fil-A.
Why? Oh, okay.
Because.
Anyways, no. Answer Marisol. No. Answer Marisol.
Because they didn't give me my gluten-free
Answer Marisol.
And then when I called them to tell, I took the time. I couldn't drive back. I called them.
Stop.
Okay.
Answer Marisol.
It is so true. It's like.
Oh, what are we talking about? Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Marisol. The it's the guilt, the mom guilt. Because Marisol says she doesn't want to go back, or that you are
struggle with going back.
Or you struggle to go back. But anyway, yeah. Well, my thing is like I worked through my whole pregnancies, other 3, and their whole child, everything. I've always worked. So with this one, I'm like, I'm not about to have a baby at 43 and leave her again. So I was like, she's coming to work with me. So when I was pregnant, one of the things I was like, I'm not leaving her. She's going to work with me. I don't know what it looks like, but I am manifesting a space where I'm going to be working from home and coming into for meetings. That was my whole my whole pregnancy, huh? My whole freaking pregnancy, mind you.
And it was
my job
the same.
Yeah, mind you, my job at that time was very 9 to 5 in office every day, all day. Yeah. I had a really, really hard pregnancy. And I would get a little bit of leeway, like when I was like really bad with my morning sickness, but I was expected to be there 9 to 5. So, guess what? I manifested the shit out of it, and now I'm gonna be working from home and going into meetings.
Ah, shit. Yeah. And it was like the whole pregnancy, like she was saying it. Yeah. She wasn't worried about the how.
No, I didn't ask how's this gonna happen because the only, looking back at it now, the only way that would have happened was if I would have gotten a new job.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
And been like, and specifically looked for a job that was like that.
And I didn't. All I did was, this is what I want. And I trusted.
And just flowed.
And I was like, it's going to happen.
And it did.
Yeah, and it did.
Exactly how you wanted it to.
Exactly how I wanted it to.
And in the time frame.
And in the yes,
isn't that crazy?
And then just all these things fell into place that now that I look back, I was like, damn, I manifested the shite.
Sophie, get your mother immediately.
I manifested the shit out of it. Like,
yeah,
everything that I have now is because I manifested it.
Ashe. Pantios. Now we have to start saying pantios. Anyways, if you are like, well, shit, I'm always in my head. How did you do it? You know, enroll into our shadow work classes because you're gonna get 8 months of how-tos and us, you know, going deep into the how-tos.
Into the how.
We start on March 26th, so you got time, girl. March 26th.
That's the ancestral one, though,
nope.
right? That's the
shadow work.
Okay. Not bad.
Because we wanted to start that one early because it's 8 months.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's 2 weeks earlier than the ancestral connection.
Perfect. So we timed it to be finished right before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Bomb. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so.
Sí, mi amor.
Yeah. Sí. Real. Very, very real. Sí, that's kind of what happened with Guatemala. I was thinking about it. I felt the pull. I was afraid. You know, my scarcity mindset. If you've been here long enough, you know, like that's, you know.
Nayeli's number one.
Yep. And was because I feel like I'm doing one hell of a job. And I really kind of just at one point made the decision after I think a class or something. I was like, I'm going. And I signed the contract. And
I think we had one conversation. And you were just like, logistically, the baby, right? And I was like, I'll take care of him. And you're like, okay.
Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. And we just did it. And things have been falling into place. Like, I'll have worries about it here and there. And if I get really bad, like, this is why the channeled message came up. Because the ancestors really force us to practice what we preach. Like, so you're not going to see us doing classes if we don't know what the fuck we're talking about. You're not going to see me doing channeled messages of things that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So one of the channeled messages was like, you need to be patient through your journey, but things aren't working out for you because you're not. And we talked about this in class yesterday. Like, well, I don't know how Natalie said it, but putting the way that they tell me is like manually putting in the new affirmations, the new rhetoric.
Yes.
When you have I don't have enough money. No, I am abundant. So I've been having to do that for a lot. Like that's how I have worked on my scarcity mentality. I've had to manually go in there and change that mentality. But I found it got a little bit worse the closer that we got to. You're so funny.
Because I'm thinking I want to laugh, and I'm like, let me laugh over
Wait,
here. Anyway, okay, go.
What?
No, go ahead.
No, what?
No, go ahead.
No, what?
No.
No.
Go ahead.
No, you. What are you laughing?
Okay.
Why are you laughing, Annoying?
Okay, go.
Why? You're gonna ignore it? It's because you go like this.
Anyway, we made it, guys. We got her to go.
You're like this.
We got her to go. Yes.
Like you were like my mom was.
And this is why I did it. Oh my god, girl.
She was like half smiling at me. She was like, I was like, what the fuck is happening? Oh, let me do it to the YouTube. She was like this. Ready? And then you turned around.
Look at the baby. She's looking at you. She's like, what the fuck?
What, my Wonder Woman? What, my Wonder Woman? Okay. So as we got closer to the day, I had to manually do that, and you already forgot what the fuck we were talking about?
Yeah.
Manually put in the I have abundance thoughts. Oh, but that's what they were talking about too in class. Yes. The lady, though.
You know what? You have come so long. You have come such a long ways because I think I had my speech already memorized, and I would just play the same speech over and over to you, over and over.
No, that's so real.
Over and over.
So real. Whenever a big decision I'd have to make, or if I hadn't been working or something, I don't know. I'd come up here and I'd be like, I'd throw myself on the bed. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. I don't know. And then. Yeah, you're right. Half the podcast is just laughter. I live.
This is laughter therapy, Money Soul. So you just come and laugh with us.
I hope you laugh with us too. Yeah, yes. We need more of that love, more of that abundance. Yeah.
Yay, Evelyn. Laugh.
More of that laughter, more of the bliss. Yeah, shame. Because there's a lot of anger, obviously, you saw in the beginning.
Oh, yeah. I'm really mad at Chick-fil-A right now.
And I'm really mad at the Delta.
No, I thought we processed the Delta.
Okay, fine. We processed, yeah.
We processed Delta.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
Forgive Delta. Delta, you better sponsor the shit out of us.
Yeah, you better. You better. Because I processed a lot of the trauma that you put me through.
Yeah,
okay, now you go.
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. Let's just do it.
I'm just mad at Chick-fil-A because they messed up my order. When I called them to fix it, they had the audacity to tell me to take the sandwich back. The audacity.
They want
to take the sandwich back, and then they would give me a credit, or they would give me back my money. But I had to take the freaking sandwich. It's like, really? I have a baby. I drove across town.
Exactly.
Really? But anyway, Nayeli went back and did it for me.
And then they were like, who did you talk to?
Still had the audacity to question.
I was like, girl, just give me the goddamn sandwich, please.
I know.
Please.
Anyway,
I was telling my mom how I thought that was crazy because they did fight you on it a lot. There was a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
And when I worked at Applebee's or Starbucks, it was never like that. Like, if anything, I was the one that would push back for fun because it was just like...
Because tell me, why...
I like to fight, apparently.
Why am I going to call the restaurant about a sandwich? Like, really? That takes time. You have to call. Yeah. You have to find the number, call, stay on hold for 20 minutes, and then finally talk to somebody. It's like...
I think people just are in the mindset that people are trying to get free shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. As a person that worked in Applebee's and Starbucks, like that was the rhetoric. Oh, they're just trying to get free shit. At one point, like on good days, I'd be like, no, I think you know,
messed up.
Like, yeah.
No, when I would order I think it's the oat milk that burns easily, or is it the soy milk? When you overheat the soy or the oat milk, it has like a burnt taste. So I would always go back, but at one point I just got tired and I would just tell them because it's like people would look at me stupid. I'm like, no, bitch, you drink it.
You're on one. No, bitch, you drink. Here, drink it. I've had people be like, taste it. I'm like, no, girl. But anyways, yeah, when you go to Starbucks or Applebee's and be like, oh, this is not what I want, or I don't like it. People, hi Danny, how are you?
Once I ordered a dine-in, they took server. They gave me free meal at card before breakfast.
What? To get nothing. To get nothing.
Stop it. Stop it, stupid. Okay. There it is. Hold on.
Just swipe it up, honey. Oh.
Once I ordered a dine-in, they took forever. They gave me a free meal, 4 cards for 1 breakfast item, and refunded me the whole order. See? You see?
Wait.
Was it at Chick-fil-A?
Was that at Chick-fil-A?
If it was at Chick-fil-A, I would be pissed.
I think it's just our Chick-fil-A that are like, I think it's us.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to switch that. I get free shit at Chick-fil-A
I
all
get free
the
shit
time.
everywhere. Everywhere. Hunt on me, baby. I'm so sorry. I'm just going to stop. Don't even look at me, girl.
Yeah. Your sister. It was at Chick-fil-A.
It's you, Mom.
I'm the problem. It's
Estás
me.
amargada.
Chinga.
It's me too, girl. It's me, because I'm over here walking around how nobody helps me. Nobody opens the door for me.
And I'm telling her everybody still helps me.
Fine, I'm going to live in that space.
No, everybody still helps me.
Everybody helps me. Everybody opens the door for me.
Everybody
I'm
does.
God walking on this earth, and
Yeah.
people see that. And they're like, oh, my God, that's God. And I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
All right.
Hello, Fatima. How are you?
Fatima. Tocaya. Are you saying hi to me?
I'm also just... I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out with us. What did we talk about? Enroll into our shadow work classes to have a good... I'm just going to keep telling you until you do it.
Manifesting. We call it in.
You are the problem.
I know.
Me. Not you. like
I know. I'm saying in general. Like,
okay. Because when I told you that and you said I know, I was like, oh.
Rest.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
she said
we're ready.
We're done. We're done.
Ready.
Anyways, love you guys.
Love you.
Ciao.